Hello everyone, I want to take a chance to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Melissa and I am your Beachbody coach. So first I want to say congratulations on joining the 21 Day Fix Challenge for 3 weeks, 21 days. I want to give you just a little bit of background on me. So I started the 21 Day Fix for the first time. I did it about a year ago, and I was already kind of in shape. I worked out. In my mind, I thought I ate healthy. And what I really realized was I really needed to change my eating to see results. I wasn't seeing results. I would work out every single day and my body just wasn't responding. So I had a few friends that were Beachbody coaches. So I said, you know what? Let me give it a try. So I went ahead and purchased my challenge pack and I saw incredible results. So I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick to it for 21 days and I'm going to see this whole big thing on the 21 Day Fix. So sure enough, I stuck with it for 21 days. My very first rounds, I lost over 9 pounds and around 16 inches. So I really did see the results happen in those 21 days, which was fantastic. So that's how I started with the challenge, and then I just became kind of obsessed with it. So although I run challenge groups very, very often, my lifestyle has become 21 Day Fix. So although I might not be specifically on a challenge or writing down exactly what I'm eating, in my mind, I've already gotten to that point where I count my containers and I know exactly what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to be doing. So this was really something that taught me how to eat, helped me see results, and has become a part of my lifestyle. So there are a few things. With your challenge pack, you received a book. Make sure you read this book from front to back. It is a wealth of information. So you want to make sure that you're reading this. You want to make sure that you're doing everything that it's saying in the book for you to see those results. So what I wanted to do though is go through it just a little bit so that just in case if you're skimming through it, maybe you can hear something that I'm saying that maybe you missed. So there's your introduction page that basically tells you exactly what the 21 Day Fix is all about how much protein, how much carbs, and how much fat you should be eating. Then it goes to this page, which is how the fix is done. So you get all your little containers and red, all of them. So we label them. Comes with a little label. So here you have your protein with red, your big one, greens, vegetables, your purple, your fruit, your little orange, seeds, dressings, and then your nuts, your peanut butter, your almond butter, things like that. So those are all of your containers. The very first thing to get started is to figure out your caloric level. So what you do is you start with your current weight in pounds. So 150 pounds, 160 pounds, 200 pounds, whatever it is. Then you times that by 11. So that is your caloric base. Then you go ahead and which is the next step, is you take your caloric baseline and then you add 400 calories. Or 400 to it, which basically means it's your fixed calorie burn. So in your average fixed workout that you're gonna be doing as well, you're gonna get around 400 calories that you burn in those 30 minutes. Then C, your caloric needs, minus 750. And that's where you are gonna be in order to lose the weight. So you're depleting from 750 calories from that number. So once you get this, you'll go ahead and receive what bracket that will put you in, which we'll get into a little bit later. So once you find that, then we go ahead and we talked about what goes in each. The great thing with this book is that it will give you a list. What's in your greens, what's in your purples, what's in your reds. I'm also going to email you a list that shows kind of like a shopping list that will help you really look at that just one paper, so it won't have to be memorized. Look at that one paper and say, okay, this is what I need today. I'm gonna go and get zucchini, squash for my greens, and lettuce, and I'm gonna get fruit for my purples. So it just makes it very easy for when you go shopping for it to go ahead and be, okay, I know what I'm doing. Then number 4, which is spread your containers. So once we see your caloric bracket, we'll see how many purples you should have a day, how many greens you should have a day, and how many reds you should have a day. So that it makes it very, very easy. So then once you do that, you combined all of your foods with the 21 Day Fix workouts. It's that simple. So really not that difficult. We also have a couple things. In the back of each part, you will see that you have free foods. So a lot of spices that are free foods, things that you can put on top to make your food even more tasty, and they're considered free. You do not have to worry. Zing 2, which is probably one of our favorites, is you can still drink wine. So on this page, you're gonna see it's your yellows. So 3 times a week, you can actually switch one of your yellows for a glass of wine, a glass of almond milk. So whatever it is that you're craving that day, that can help you do that. I personally love carbs, so I hate to give away my yellows. But if it's something that I'm really craving, if it's that time of the month, I definitely go ahead and say, okay, time for my wine or whatever it is that I'm eating. You can also, Zing 3 is the same thing with chocolate. So dark chocolate, some of the recipes that are in here, you can switch out one of your yellows for one of these sweet treats if you like. Hydration. Hydration is a super important part of this program. I feel hydration is a super important part of life. So our bodies are made up of about 60% of water. So we have to keep replenishing them if we want our bodies to work properly. So what we recommend is to drink half your body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you take your 200, you divide it by 2, that's 100 ounces of water. For instance, whatever it is, you're 150, divide that by 2, 75 ounces. So 75 ounces of water is what you should be drinking a day if you weigh 150 pounds. So you just take your pounds, divide it by 2, and then those are your ounces. Things that are great is to put things in your water to make it more tasty. So you could put cucumber, you can put lemon wedges, you can put orange slices, different things that you're able to make it a little bit and spice up your water so that you don't feel like you're drinking just water. The coffee and tea bar are things that you can always go to. I love to have a glass of green tea at night. That helps me. It helps speed up your metabolism. It helps burn calories. So green tea is what my go-to is at night. So I like to do that instead of like a coffee or anything like that. And I get the decaffeinated one just in case, so I don't get the jitters or anything at night, and I can have a good night's sleep. There's also a list of things that just say no to. Half and half cream, lots of sugar, artificial sweeteners, chocolate syrup. Those are things that we automatically say no to. You could have non-fat milk, which we talked about can substitute for a yellow. You could have maple, like organic maple syrup. You can have agave, you can have stevia. Those things you can do as well. And things that are completely free that make things taste great, especially in your coffee or tea, is your cinnamon, your lemon, nutmeg, so natural spices that you can add in there for flavor. And then also that comes with your 30-day supply of your Shakeology, which to me is a super important part of this program. Shakeology is full of dense nutrition. I see it as my healthiest meal of the day. I know that when I'm drinking my Shakeology, it's giving me energy. It's helping me with my energy level. It's helping me with going to the bathroom. I know that's a little TMI, but it's definitely helping me regulate with that because it has so much fiber. I know it's giving me my vitamins. Knock on wood, wherever it's at. I don't really get sick, so I'm able to fight off the germs the boys bring home, and to me, that's huge. So I drink my Shakeology daily, and I don't skip a day. I love to do my Shakeology, especially in the morning for breakfast. I do a scoop of chocolate, half a banana frozen, some peanut butter, and it is amazing. You can also do creative things with it. There's a bunch of recipes on Pinterest, a bunch of recipes online that you can go ahead to spice things up a little bit. So once we go, you're gonna see this breakdown, which depending on whatever calorie bracket you fall into, will tell you how many of each container to have that day. So for instance, if I fall into this second bracket, which is 1,500 to 1,800, I'm gonna have 4 greens a day, 3 purples, 4 red, 3 yellow, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 4 teaspoons. So I do that, I lay it out, and that's how I plan my meals. And then once you start to go through the book, this is my favorite part of the book, that it goes ahead and shows you what is in each container. So this is something that I'm gonna go ahead and put up on our Facebook private group page so that you can go ahead and see on one piece of paper. So you're not always having to take your book with you. The way that I do it is I left it on my phone. I clicked on the picture, I saved it to my phone, so when I go to the grocery store, I have it with me. So it always makes it easy to know what you can and cannot eat. And then also, like, I know we all go out. We all, on the weekends, things happen, family functions, birthday parties. It's called life. So what I like to do is really plan. So if I'm going to a birthday party that I know there's just going to be pizza, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, things like that, I will definitely have a good breakfast at home and maybe bring my shake, put it in an ice pack, put it in my cooler, and take it with me. So it's more about planning, more about making sure that you're prepared for the weekend. The weekend is usually where we all kind of fall off the track a little bit. But if I promise you, if you stick to it, if you prepare your meals, if you give it your all for 21 days, you are going to see the results. There is no doubt in my mind that once you start to see the results, it only gets better and better. It's usually what happens. Once you come off that first 3 weeks of challenge and you're like, oh my God, I see results. So now you're going, okay, here we go. Let's go for another round. I promise you this is something that you will see results with. All you have to do is stick to it. If you stick to it, if you follow the program, it is that simple. So 21 days, congratulations. I'm ready to start this challenge group. And let's get this party started. Have a fantastic day.